Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us today. We are going to be interviewing IvD. Of course, IvD was the winner of Season 1 of Top Dog StarCraft 2 for North America. My name is Shock, and I am joined today by my good friend and one of the other Thunderdog staff members. His name is Og.
How you doing, everybody?
And, of course, we have two members from IvD here with us. We have itsdyne, who is a manager.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
And we have PicKleS, who is one of their top players.
Hey guys, how you doing?
So anyway, how long have you guys been playing StarCraft? We'll start with you, Dyne.
As far as StarCraft, I didn't start until StarCraft 2, actually. And I didn't start on it until about 2011, sometime late then. I was big into Warcraft for a long time, though, and that's kind of what got me into RTS. Like, started with Orcs and Humans, went to Warcraft 2, but didn't really get competitive to Warcraft 3.
Gotcha. You know, a lot of players have really gotten their start in Warcraft, and really, obviously, the original StarCraft. How about you, PicKleS?
I started playing in Blood War when that had came out. Or not when it came out, but when I was younger. It wasn't competitive really until 2009 when Wings of Liberty came out, though.
Awesome. I gotcha. All right, Og.
Okay, so what you said that you started being competitive in about 2009, PicKleS. Like, what made you want to take the jump to actual competitive play?
Well, actually, IvD had a lot to do with that. The first tournaments I was participating in, and I actually had won the first 8, and then that's what really prompted me to try harder to push my skills as a StarCraft 2 player.
Oh, all right. And how about you, itsdyne? Like, when did you know that you wanted to actually start competitive play?
I don't know, I've always liked competition and I like to be challenged, so it was just logical to get into competitive gaming, especially as much as I like gaming just by itself. And then IvD really spurred me on as far as StarCraft 2 goes.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of people that really want to get into pro gaming and stuff like that and actually start doing some competitive stuff, and it seems to me that whenever they find a good team like IvD, that's usually when it starts to become more of a reality for them. So how long exactly has IvD been around?
Well, it started in May 2012. It really just started as a casting team, though. We set up 3 tournaments per week, just different stuff for the amateur circuit, like we do golden unders, then platinum unders, all leagues, different stuff like that. But it was never really meant to be a pro team until just kind of almost randomly one day back in 2000. I want to say it was late 2012, probably around October, November. We started realizing that all these casters that we have, of course, are also really good players, and we knew a lot of really good players from our tournaments, and it just kind of took off from there.
So it's more kind of like a click. Just you guys, were just doing your own thing, and all of a sudden you realized, hey, we're really good. Why don't we go and kick some other people's butts?
Yeah, pretty much.
That is really cool. So I have to ask, how did you get the name IvD?
IvD actually comes from, it means IV drip, but it came from a friend of ours and Brian, and actually a lot of us here on IvD, whose name was Yol. He actually got diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma.
Oh, wow.
And he was in the hospital for a long time. We started IvD so he would have stuff to watch when he was in the hospital because he loved StarCraft so much.
Oh, wow.
And that's really kind of why it took off. So we'd always have something to do. We always wore the clan tag, so when he did feel like logging on, he knew he had this big support system online and in StarCraft. That's really how it formed, how the name came to be. And we still do a lot of charity work, actually, for the Florida Cancer Institute, because they actually covered all of his bills.
Wow.
Oh,
he didn't have insurance or anything. Actually had to drop out of college and stuff like that because it was getting so bad. And then they just worked everything out because they're magical. Wow. They just make all that go away. It was amazing. So we do as much as we can for them.
How about that? I mean, that's awesome. And then that's a really interesting backstory that you guys have. I mean, that's pretty noble. So, sorry, go ahead.
I'm blushing.
You're blushing. So, can you tell us a little bit about your journey as a team? For example, what's been your biggest obstacle and what's been your most defining moment?
Well, biggest obstacle for us honestly has been trying to schedule things around a 16-hour spread between like Korea, Europe, and North America.
Mm-hmm.
I think Mike can tell you the ridiculous amount of conversations we've had just trying to schedule like a practice session
Yeah.
or a meeting and things like this or that. So that's kind of the hardest as far as the management side goes.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, the biggest thing is finding players that you can trust and we can kind of feel like a family, because we don't see ourselves as just some robot team. We're all kind of a family. The same thing goes with all our pro players and everything as well.
That's really cool. All right. So how do you feel about your play and your opponent's play, during Top Dog? I know it's been a little bit since we had Top Dog Season 1. Of course, we're going to be launching Top Dog Season 2 here in the next week. So what are you, for example, what are you most looking forward to in this next season? Or what team are you most eager to face?
I think for how confident I am going into the season, I'm definitely more confident than I was last season, because I was new to the idea of like how it was set up, the format, and how like it didn't matter who played before me. Even if I was up third, I didn't have any idea what my opponent was doing. So this season, I feel like I'm going to do a lot better. To really touch on the basis of if I'm prepared for it this season, I think I can do my best. And hopefully, if I face IvD Gaming, I won't lose to them.
No. I want to see Mike get another 200 drone kills in a single game this season.
Whoa! How did I miss that? I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, our team actually casted that one. It was insane. The whole time my mouth was just like wide open. Like, how is this happening?
Wow.
World
But
record.
yeah, Hellions are good. Yeah, it's a
Wow.
world record, like confirmed. He has the world record for most drone kills in a competitive
Oh my
game.
goodness. Everybody, you
Wow.
heard it here. PicKleS, most confirmed drone kills ever. That is awesome. All right. So, Og, go ahead with your next question.
So, I mean, you guys have obviously had you have an amazing backstory. You guys have like a nice family as far as like the team is concerned, which is, I mean, amazing, because that's really how teams are going to stick together, is if they feel more like a family than, more like just like a teammate and a job kind of thing. So, like, where do you see you guys yourself going like in the future? I mean, do you see like actual like major league gameplay maybe perchance?
Oh yeah. If you guys haven't seen it, of course we have Apocalypse Kim Min Hyung, who's an ex-Quantic player who joined us. Basically, we just had a really good relationship with him for a long time, and when he left Quantic, he wanted us to try and make something. So our pro team is really taking off. Our academy is actually what's going to be entering the Top Dog Season 2. Now that we have so many players, we kind of have to make a differentiation between the two.
Mm-hmm.
But you're going to be seeing a lot of amazing stuff out of APOC, Puck, Zing Zing, Ruff, Fog. And we just added a new player this week as well. You may or may not have seen him in some of the Acer Team Story Cup stuff. His name is Gamja. He's actually an amazing Korean Zerg player, about to play in the WCS Korea qualifiers as well.
Oh,
Then,
awesome.
of course, Puck and APOC are already in Challenger League for 2014 Season 2. And we had Ruff just get one match away from qualifying yesterday in the WCS America qualifier. So
Oh, wow.
oh,
So who, I have to ask, since WCS is going on right now, who are you rooting for the most? Anyone
APOC.
in particular? APOC, obviously.
Without a doubt, APOC.
yeah, I mean, we root for everybody, to be honest. Anyone on our team. Now, if you're talking people outside of our team, Saravati, 100%
Gotcha.
from Clarity Gaming. He's an amazing guy, amazing player, a lot of talent. But of course, I'm always going to be rooting for our guys over anything else.
Well, of course. All right.
So,
okay.
do you guys have any like social media sites? Twitter, Facebook? Do you guys have a MySpace, a Zanga? I mean, what do you got?
I don't even know what Zanga is unless you're talking about the little mobile game thing that partnered with GameStop or whatever.
That's Zanga.
Oh, okay. See, I worked at GameStop, so I hated it, so I just never bothered getting to know it.
But
no,
no,
you can-
evil corporation.
Oh, yeah. You can follow the team at IvD Gaming, and that's the same for the Facebook, same for everything. And also, all of our players' Twitch streams are on twitch.tv/team/IvD Gaming, but we created an awesome little URL to get past that, so it's ivdgaming.tv. So
Awesome.
you can tune into everything. Same thing, ivdgaming.com for our website. You can read some pretty cool articles, and we have embedded streams in there as well.
Oh, very nice. So you guys are a little tech savvy then, apparently.
A little bit.
little bit. knows the way around a keyboard and a computer, right?
Yeah. Well, then it really helps that one of our first sponsors was actually Nätverk Teknik, which is a Swedish hosting company. That really helped us get all that rolling. And of course, with MSI and Cooler Master on board now, things are just going to skyrocket.
That's really
Very
awesome.
nice, yeah. All right, so I guess wrapping this up, you guys have anything to say to anybody who's watching? You know, your fans out there, the screaming girls holding up the signs. We love you, PicKleS! We love you, PicKleS!
I guess just a shout out to like the most supporting parents in the world that like helped me get here, and a definite shout out to APOC for coaching me and mentoring me, making me the player I am today.
That's awesome. That is really awesome. And it's really cool that you've got parents who are supporting your little micro career here, and hopefully major career someday in StarCraft 2 and eSports.
I'm sure they saw the prize pool and they said, yes, go win prizes, win Mommy a new car. Mommy likes diamonds.
So anyway, guys, thank you very much for joining us today. This has been another interview with Thunderdog eSports with IvD Gaming, again with itsdyne and PicKleS and myself, Shock and Og, and we will see you guys next time. Thank you very much for joining us.